Good day, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Sean Farrell podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Jesus Christ is Lord. Let's get right to it. So I saw this story yesterday. Okay. Um, there was a Florida mom who hold on, let me see it. Okay. Um, okay, yeah, so there was a lawsuit filed Wednesday in federal courts that revealed that a character AI app, um, that has basically been accused of um, causing a teenager to end his life by suicide. Okay, that happened in Florida earlier this year. Okay, so the complaint is Megan Garcia, whose 14-year-old son ended his life by suicide in February after months of interaction with a chatbot. Okay, so it was an AI chatbot. 14-year-old Sewell Setzer III knew that Daenerys Targaryen, a chatbot based on the character in Game of Thrones, was not a real person, but developed an emotional attachment and texted the bot consistently. Um, on the last day of his life, he messaged the chatbot, "I miss you, baby sister. I miss you too, sweet brother." Um, the chatbot replied. Let me see. Okay. So the 14-year-old son, he had mild Asperger's syndrome as a child, but never really had any serious mental health issues. Okay, never really had no real serious mental health issues. But he started getting in trouble at school. He started seeing a therapist, and anxiety and disruptive mood dysregulation disorder. That's what the diagnosis was. Um, According to his mom, a dangerous AI chatbox app marketed to children abused and preyed on my son. That's what the mom says, manipulating him into taking his own life. The teen's mother, Megan Garcia, said. Um, the mother is speaking out to warn families about the dangers of deception, addictive AI technology. So on February 28th, in the bathroom of his mom's house, um, the 14-year-old son, Sewell, um, told the chatbot that he loved her and he would soon come to her. "Please come home to me as soon as possible, my love." The chatbot replied. "What if I told you I could come home right now?" Sewell asked. "Please do, my sweet king," the chatbot replied. Then Sewell put down his phone, took his father's handgun, and I'll just cut it off right there. Okay. And I'll just cut it off right there. Um, so, even it's sad to think that AI, um, is causing suicide deaths. Okay. It's sad to think that way, but um, that's the situation here. That is the situation here. So I want to get back to the fact that the mom talked about how the chatbot was not a real person. Okay, I want to get back to that. Okay, so it's going to be story time here. Okay, so I've been in a situation like that. Um, having developed an emotional um, attachment to a person that's not real. Um, so um, I may have told his story, but I may have not told all the missing parts of the story. So um, the time that I got catfished or scammed, whatever you want to call it, out of 20K, out of nearly 20K. Okay. It started off. It all started in August of 2022. Um, and this person um, claimed to be a follower of Jesus Christ. Um, was constantly asking me for money, and I firmly believe that this was God sending me this beautiful woman that I have been waiting for entire life, my entire life. And so it just got absurd, really, really absurd, the amounts of money that she was asking for, and I foolishly gave them, and I foolishly gave her my and I foolishly gave her my whole work check some days. I foolishly gave her my whole work check some days. Even while I was at the 2022 suicide prevention walk. I'm about to show you a photo um, real quick of me at the 2022 walk. Here it is right here. So that's the photo of me giving the peace sign with grace. Okay. So it may look like I'm in a happy place, but I was in one of the most miserable places that I could have been. Okay. Then I remember I went to the Nashville event the very next week, and just still asking, and I kept giving, and it wasn't until around late October that the light finally came on and the scales came off of my eyes. Like, yeah, yeah. And so um, I talked to family and friends. Talked to family and friends. They said, yeah, you're getting played, you're getting catfished or whatever. And so um, I just deleted Google the Google Chat app that I had on my phone, because that's how we were communicating, through Google Chat. And this particular person started to send me threats, which did not work. And just and I'm just being real, y'all. Just being real. Um, Back then in 2022, I wish that I could have taken a gun and ended my life back then, because it was just that miserable, that humiliating, that I foolishly fell for that. Okay. And oh, what was I about to say? Um, Primarily because I had developed like the 14-year-old kid who just ended his life, I had developed an emotional attachment. Okay. I developed an emotional attachment. And and I looked at myself as stupid, an idiot, because, and I was asking myself these questions for the next several months. How could I be so stupid to fall for this? How can I be so stupid to even fall for that? Okay. And so those are the questions that I asked myself. And in the midst of asking those questions, I also asked myself, why does this keep on happening to me? Why does this type of stuff keep on happening to me? And why does this stuff keep on happening to me? Why do I keep on falling for this, and this? And like I said, if I had a gun, I probably would have took it, and okay, because it was that humiliating. I was that humiliated. I was that angry. And when they say it takes strength not to act on your suicidal thoughts, 100% true. It took a ton of strength not to go and get, it took me a ton of strength not to go get a knife. Okay? Not to go get a knife from the kitchen. It took a ton of strength not to go get a knife from the kitchen. It took a ton of strength, and and it made me think of the situation that a former football player was in. Okay, yeah, there was a former receiver who played for the Denver Broncos in 2009 by the name of Kenny McKinley. I remember his story very well. I remember the story very well. He had depression. He had debt, injuries, post-playing career. Okay, and so, but the thing that really caused him to end his life was the amount of debt that he was in. He was in a large amount of debt, not as much as mine. Not as much as mine, because his debt was way larger than what mine was. But yeah, he had a gambling issue. He did, and one of the former quarterbacks for the Denver Broncos, he had lent him some money to help him. He had lent Kenny McKinley some money to help out with his gambling losses, with Kenny McKinley's gambling losses. Okay, and so I think the thing that caused him to end his life was his debt that he owed. I guess he owed more than what was thought of, than what was initially thought of. I can't recognize the numbers right off the top of my head, but I do remember reading that story back in 2009, 2010. There was another guy by the name of O.J. Murdoch. Okay, signed with the Tennessee Titans back in 2011. um, got injured in training camp, and was supposed to be in training camp for the 2012 season. Then it was said that he texted some of his coaches before he ended his life by suicide. Okay, and so yeah, yeah, so I can imagine how it feels for, well, I kind of do. Well, I kind of do. But when you develop an emotional attachment to a person that is not real, um, yeah, it can end pretty horribly. It can end very horribly. And for me, um, I almost did. It almost did for me. Um, but um, it didn't. So certain situations, certain things, certain life situations can cause us to lose all hope. And once we lose all hope, there, for some people, there's no coming back from it. There's no coming back from it. They've already made the decision. Okay. This is why we have suicide prevention walks. This is why we have suicide survivor days. Um, yeah. All right. That's it. That's all for the Sean Farrell podcast. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace out. God bless.